Sabrina here. Now, I was so disappointed by the IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette and what was supposed to be an all matte eyeshadow palette, and I didn't really feel like the eyeshadows were that great. And I forgot to mention on that video, but I really didn't feel like the eyeshadows were exactly matte. Not matte by my definition with other palettes that I have used. And many of you have asked me since that video, what are some of the high-end palettes that you recommend that have matte eyeshadows? So I'm going to be showing you a look today with two of those that I highly recommend. They are TheBalm's Meet Matte Nude and LORAC's Pro Palette. Now, LORAC's Pro Palette is not an all-matte eyeshadow palette. It has a top row of matte eyeshadows. This very top row up here. Very high quality, very pigmented, blendable. Love these. The Meet Matte Nude palette is an all matte eyeshadow palette. This is one that's rather hard to wear by itself, in my opinion. I mean, you can wear it by yourself. There are a lot of really great combinations that you can get out of it, but I feel like you're very limited if you just use this palette alone. But taking this palette and combining it up with a majority of other eyeshadows or other palettes that you may have is the ideal way to go. So that is what we're doing today. And this look that I'm creating for you is a cat eye. If you're not familiar with my winged eyeliner tip that I do, I'll be sharing that with you in today's video too. So let me show you how to recreate the entire look.
First eyeshadow we're using is Matte Singh, and this comes from TheBalm's Meet Matte Nude palette, and we're applying this into the crease. If you don't have TheBalm's Meet Matte Nude palette, you could also choose Taupe from the LORAC Pro palette in place of the eyeshadow we're using here. Either one works really well. I'm using this one because I really like the pink tones in this eyeshadow. They remind me a lot of MAC's Malt, and that's another great eyeshadow you can use in this step too. Then I'm taking Cream from the LORAC Pro palette, and I'm using this to blend out the harsher edges of the crease shade. You can use any shade here that matches your skin tone and is preferably matte in texture, so we keep with the all matte look. Next up is Sable from the LORAC Pro palette, and we're taking this shade on the MAC 239 brush and applying it lightly onto the outer third of the lid. And then I'm lightly wiping the brush, and I'm going to go in next with Cream, the same eyeshadow we used to blend, and apply this onto the inner 2/3 of the lid. Very pigmented shade. I absolutely love the matte eyeshadows in this palette. Now, if you're not of my coloring, you'd want to choose a shade here that matches your skin tone, something that's hard to detect from your own natural color. And we're going to lightly blend this into Sable. The way that I'm doing this is I'm applying it onto the lid, as you see, and then I've gone and wiped the brush, and I'm going to go back with nothing really on the brush and tap in between those two eyeshadows until they blend into one another. I've taken a little bit of Sable onto the very tips of the Sedona Lace EB15 brush, and I'm working this into the outer V of the eye to build up depth. Then I'm going to go back with the MAC 217 and blend along the rough edges so everything is smooth. Then we're going to take Sable with the MakeupGeek pencil brush and line the outer 2/3 of the lower lash line. Now, this eyeshadow has some red tones in it, so it can make your eyes look irritated, but to counteract that, we're going to go back with Black from the LORAC Pro palette and go over where we applied Sable there on the lower lash line. So you're creating more of a brownish black line rather than that reddish brown line. My gel eyeliner is from Smashbox, and I'm taking the 263 brush first. You want to envision an imaginary line that runs from the outermost corner of your eye and connects up to the end of your eyebrow. And this is where you're going to be drawing this line with the 263 brush. So I'm literally just placing it right there on the outer corner of my eye and creating a straight line with the tips of this brush. I'm letting the brush do all the work for me here. Then I'm going to go back with my Tarte Eyeliner brush, and I'm going to line the eyes like normal. I typically like to line my eyes first before I connect the wing back so that I have a base point to work from. When I'm connecting the wing back to the line on the eye, I start halfway down where we drew the outer shape of the wing there, and I keep going up a little bit up the wing and dragging inwards. So you don't want to start at the very tip of the wing and drag inwards, because this will make the line really thick and chunky, and you want to keep this line very thin and fluid. So by starting halfway down and then moving up a quarter of the way, moving up a little bit more and a little bit more until you reach the tip, this will make your line really thin and cat eye-like. This definitely does take practice. It took me a long while to teach myself how to do it, so please be patient with yourself. Continue to constantly practice on this technique. I guarantee you, you can do it. You can do it. Now, unfortunately, my camera's memory was full and I didn't hear the alert go off on it, so we missed the foundation and all that application stuff. So if you're interested in what I used on my face, I will have everything listed for you down below. So let's just skip straight ahead to the lips, shall we? We're applying Clinique's All Heart lipstick here. Great color for neutral eyes like this. I love this. It's a pinkish red almost, and I feel like it's one of those really great lipsticks for those of us who are really fair. For my cheeks, I'm using MAC's Tenderling. This is a great blush if you have fair skin. It's very neutral, very light. It goes perfectly with these eyes. Are you looking for new ways to wear your eyeshadows? Discover the only website online with pictures of combinations using the eyeshadows featured in today's look and so many more. Head on over to myeyeshadowconsultant.com and get inspired today.